Alright, we're gonna start the game, Albert. Woo!
Yeah, let's do it, Frank. I'm really excited for this second game. Let's see what Neretic has got up his sleeve for game 2. Or do you think maybe MetiC has got something up his sleeve this time?
I think he's not gonna go down without a fight. This master level player is up against his toughest opponent yet, I think, or maybe besides for Boo-Boo, who he lost against. But yeah, he's down one game. That means that his tournament life is on the line. This is the first time ever in the tournament that he's in a situation where if he loses this one game, he's out of the tournament. So it's do or die for MetiC at this point, and we see him spawning at the top left position. On Ohana, our beachy, sandy map, I want to say a summer map, which is... there's, I was looking for the campfire there. There's a campfire, actually.
That's a really nice campfire.
Albert, who's that player in the bottom right?
In the bottom right, it is the player who had an incredible high-tech rush with DTs in a War Prism in game 1. And it got taken out, but he still won the game. It is Neretic.
Oh, did you see that? There was a little bit of indecisiveness by MetiC. He built a supply depot at his ramp, but then cancelled it because he put it just slightly. He just slightly misplaced it. And of course, if you're building them at your ramp, you want them to form or possibly form a wall off. And if you misplace it, then they won't be able to do that.
So that's a slight disadvantage for MetiC, but I'm sure it won't be a problem. In the top left, we have the player who misplaced the supply depot in game 2 and had a very good scout in game 1, but still lost the game, unfortunately. Trying to get his revenge this time. It is the blue Terran, MetiC.
MetiC. Did you know that I've recently learned that MetiC and Fububu are actually nephews?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, they're related.
And Fububu is already through to the round of 8, isn't he?
Yep, he is. So MetiC is probably hoping to join his nephew in the round of 8. By the way, they will not be able to face each other in the finals because they're on the same side of the bracket. So one of them is gonna get kicked out before the finals.
Okay, so MetiC again making a wall off, but this time he has a little bit of a different build because he has already taken his gas.
Yep, alright, there he goes for gas. Well, if you scout this as a Protoss, and so let's see what Neretic saw. And Neretic's coming up with a probe now, and he's already scouted the front, but now he's doing it again, and he sees just a barracks without any add-ons, and he doesn't see whether there's any gas taken. So, lots of options now. The most standard option, I think now, what the Protoss would expect is an early expand for Terran, but he went for a gas, so it might be something different. In fact, it will probably be something different. If you're going for an early expand, you're not going to take your gas. And there we see there's a factory going down, so we might see, I don't know, we might see Hellion drops, lots of different possibilities. I don't think it can be a 1-1-1, can it? You need 2 gases for that, or am I crazy?
Well, he's taking his second gas right now, so
okay.
I think that could stockpile up to get a starport very quickly. We also see that Neretic has also taken his second gas, so they both won't be expanding for a while. Probably gonna do some very heavy pressure very shortly.
Yep, yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to be. Both players mining gas from all geysers. MetiC's second refinery just finishing. Yeah, now he puts in extra probes. Okay, so it's 6 harvesters mining gas for both players. So the factory now finishes. Let's see what he's going to do with his. He's got enough for yeah, there we go. Both attack lab on the factory as well as a starport. So this might be a Cloaked Banshee rush, or it might be a 1-1-1 push. There's lots of different possibilities.
Oh, do you see what I'm seeing, Frank? There's again, there's a Twilight Council and a Robotics Bay coming up. Do you think Neretic will just try the same rush he tried last time?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You hear people say don't change your winning team, but in StarCraft you kind of need to mix it up. But let's say he does goes for the same strategy. How does MetiC's? I don't think that he'll do very well against MetiC because he'll be able to crank out a Raven right away with his tech lab starport that he has. He'll have scans. He's putting up an engineering bay now too. So even if it's not scouted and he went for the same build, then I think that again it would not have a lot of effect. But yeah, well, the Dark Shrine is being constructed already, so he is going for the exact same thing again.
Yeah, I know, this is looking very very funny because In the meanwhile, MetiC is going for a cloaked Banshee, so we're gonna have some cloak on both sides. But MetiC is already... Did he see? Did he put down a scan or something? Because he's throwing down a missile turret in his main.
He has not scouted all he scouted. If you look at his vision, he didn't scout it. And he couldn't have stream cheated because we're on such a big delay that on the stream this game probably wouldn't even have started yet.
It's just a blind read. He's just thinking, well,
yep. He did it last game.
If I would have won with a strategy, I would try it again. So.
Yep, exactly. So he's just throwing down a missile turret, preventing any other harass. And there goes. Maybe he wants to snipe an observer. That's usually what Protosses often do is just send their observer right into the main. And oh, you see that?
Yeah, they're seeing each other.
They just cross each other. Let's see what MetiC's reaction is. Did he see it? I'm gonna look at his player cam for now. Let's see what
he's not reacting.
He's not reacting.
I don't think he spotted it.
I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't think he spotted it.
There's his missile turret. And he's gonna
the
go
DT's in the base.
Right
he's gonna go for the turret. Is he gonna get it though? Does he have enough for a scan?
Oh, this is gonna go so fast. Yeah,
they killed it, and he doesn't. He has to wait for another 4. Oh, it's gonna be close. The DTs have to split up. There's gonna be a scan really soon. The DT's gonna have to split up. And how's the Banshee doing? Is the Banshee doing anything right now? No, it is cloaked and it's going into the main of Neretic, but meanwhile, yeah, he only gets 1 DT with that scan, and he's not gonna have a second scan. This is terrible. There's a cloaked Banshee out, but the Banshee is gonna run out of energy before these DTs can be taken out. And in fact, I think this might even be GG. MetiC's just gonna lose all of his harvesters, and he will not have the ability, and he can just run his probe. Neretic can just run his probe from the Banshee until it runs out of energy, and then the Stalker will be able to take it out. In fact, he's got 2 Stalkers on the map. He's now chrono boosting out an observer too, so he will be able to take this out. He's going to lose some more probes, but I don't think it's comparable to what he's lost in the main. The DTs.
If we just look at the unit count now, MetiC has just 9 SCVs left, and
the Banshee takes damage, doesn't go down, will be able to get to escape. But so now it's 10 SCVs against 25 SCVs, and there's 2 Banshees on the map.
There's an observer on the field right now for Neretic.
But
so
what happened to the DTs? What happened to the DTs?
The DTs got cleaned up, Frank.
I kind of missed that. How did that happen? Did he have another scan?
Well, there was a missile turret, and they also got a scan. So,
missile turret, of course. Oh, now there's a Zealot killing yet another SCV, and there's only 1 Marine, so it's going to be a while until this Zealot gets taken out. Let's see how many kills he gets. It's 3 already. Does he get a 4th one? No. 3 kills, but I mean, if you look at the units tab, you see that 3 kills. That's about that's more than 30% of MetiC's entire workforce. He's now got a Raven out, but he is in a very tough spot.
Yeah, this is really, really hard because Neretic now has he has 2 bases. He has enough probes that he can just stall for as long as he likes. You know, just wait a couple of minutes and then go with a big gateway push. And Neretic is in such a tough, or MetiC, I mean, such a tough spot right now. He has a Raven to protect him from the DTs, but he has just no units at all.
Yeah,
so
except for the 2 Banshees, and he's gonna fly in and see if he can do some more damage. But there's 5 Stalkers and an Observer waiting there, so he might get some worker kills, but he's also at risk of losing his Banshee. He's cloaking and going in, but Neretic will be able to spawn right away, and actually, yes, he does. Oh, he's focusing on the... No, he doesn't get them. He might get some more kills in the main, but no, there's Stalkers there too.
He's warping in extra Stalkers right now. This one Banshee doesn't even have any cloak left. The other one is also running out very shortly.
He's gonna lose a Banshee. So that's one that was not worth it, unfortunately. So no miracle comeback for MetiC just yet. We'll have to see whether he does it. Of course, actually, he's just fine because he has mules, you know.
Yeah, he could still win because of the mules. Well, I don't think it's that easy, Frank. We now see the War Prism on the front having a very aggressive posture. Also, Neretic moving out with his Stalkers. I think he's just gonna try for a push right now. And MetiC has 1 tank without siege and a couple of Marines, but I don't think this is gonna be enough, even with the Raven.
He's got Zealot charge finished already, by the way, so there's no way that MetiC's going to be able to move out across the map with those measly couple of units that he has. And in fact, he might just lose to this push. The Stalkers are just running right in. You see that? The spider was not lifted.
The ramp.
This might just be the final push. Is there an Observer nearby? I don't think there is, so a Cloaked Banshee might do some damage.
So
but
this Banshee could do a lot of damage, but I don't think it will be enough against the damage that Neretic will do right now. He's just warping in extra DTs, extra Zealots,
yep.
He's just gonna wreak havoc on this base, Frank.
You have to remember, even when they're not cloaked, DTs do a lot of damage. And there's a GG. A GG! Well played by both players. Good luck in next round, says MetiC.
Very
yes,
manner,
very manner. two awesome players duking it out in the round of 16, but there can only be one winner. And we've seen Neretic go for what some people might think is a bit cheesy, but actually it just goes for this is just a sustainable build. You go for a very quick tech, and you just do a DT expand. You just cause so much confusion, and you force your opponent to stay in his base that you're getting an expansion out of it. That's basically what you want.
Yeah, well, what's actually really, I think, the weak spot of the build is when it's scouted and you have suddenly a couple of minutes in which you're very vulnerable because you put so much money in tech. It actually was scouted in game 1, and in game 2, MetiC just blind countered the build, and still Neretic was able to do so much damage. In game 1, not with the DTs, but in game 2 he was able to, even though there was a missile turret, he just took it out right away before the Marines could get there, and well, then MetiC was lost.
I'm trying to get the players on Skype right now, so I'm typing for a bit.
Yeah, of course. So maybe I can just talk a little bit more about this game, because I really think that MetiC would have had a better chance to win in game 1 if he just, after he spotted the DT shrine, and he reacted very well to it, just positioning his Marines in his own base. I think he should have just gone with a push. He had like 12, maybe 14 Marines, and I think if he just pushed across the map right there, Neretic didn't have enough units. Of course, the problem is that he could warp in DTs, which will be a very big problem. But, well, or maybe he could just take another base. But I think there was a way for MetiC to do some more damage right there, because as we just saw, Neretic's macro was just through the roof, able to get these fast DTs in a warp prism, and then also expand afterwards. And just after this first initial push, he just continues to macro and get a really big army. So it's really impressive. So actually, from the interviews, I saw that MetiC was saying that he was always riding with Lady Luck. But I think it seems like Lady Luck was riding him today.
Yes, apparently she did. Let's see what's going on. That was disturbing.
It was a really bad pun, I'm sorry. So, are we gonna have some players on Skype, Frank, or will I have to entertain people with another one of my rap songs?
Oh, that was awesome. For those of you who missed it, Albert did an awesome rap at the start of the match, so you should definitely watch the VOD if you get the chance, because that was awesome. Yeah. Actually, I have added Neretic on Skype. He should be coming online in a bit, so.
Okay, that's good. Really interesting to hear what he has to say about the game, especially since MetiC seems to have scouted the builds in both times. Well, actually, he didn't scout it the second time, but he reacted to it blindly. So I'm really interested to hear if he thought that he was behind after especially in the first game after his push failed.
Let's see. I have got a. Oké, ik ga even iemand toevoegen aan het gesprek. Oh, sorry, English, damn it. I'm reading Dutch and I'm having to talk English. That's confusing. It's confusing. Let's see where we go. We got scrolling down. There we go. Hello, Robin.
Hello.
Ah, you're in the. Ah, right, cool. Okay, so we've got Neretic on the line right now. Hi, Neretic. Congratulations with winning the game, winning the match 2-0 and advancing to the round of 8. What's your first reaction?
Yeah, I'm happy to win, but I knew that I would win. So.
You knew that you would win?
I have a 90% win rate against Grandmaster with my second account against Terra.
Oh.
Oh wow! So Terran is your specialty.
Yeah.
So you're Grandmaster on other accounts. Is that what you said?
Now I'm Master on the other account, but I have so many points that I get. Yeah.
Oh, so you played the underdog and played another account. So that was cool.
No, actually, I bought 2 weeks ago that other account. So
Oh, okay.
I think it has something to do with matchmaking. So if you are new, you get faster higher than with
okay.
an old account.
How about that build that you did? It was a DT expand. Was that what it is?
Yeah, kind of. I think it's good against everything if he does a 1-1-1 style like he did in the last game. But yeah, that was very bad from him. I do many immortals and I have an observer and I have speed zealots, so that's safe. The other way is if he really sets bunker down, I can't really do much, but then I expand over the map and that works.
Ah, yeah.
In the first game, your DT shrine was scouted right in time, right when it finished by MetiC. Did you fear that your push was not gonna work right then?
No, it always works. The thing is, I don't have to do damage. The thing is, he has to scan, and scans cost mules, and without mules he hasn't the income to get a 100 supply army at the 12-minute mark.
Right.
And that's the time my zealot push comes.
Wow, yeah. You've really thought this out.
I figured that built out with an algorithm.
Oh.
And yeah, that's the best build you can do with it.
That's awesome. So, what kind of algorithm did you use?
That's a program from Team Liquid. You know Team Liquid?
Yeah, we know Team Liquid.
Wait a bit, I can find it. Its name is ST2 Build Order. I think I got it.
I was really impressed, especially since indeed what you were saying, that it seemed like this build does not have to do any damage at all. So I think it's really strong. Do you think there's any weaknesses to this build?
Yeah, he could maybe do a 5-minute rush with 3 Rex and all worker.
Right,
so.
right. But would you have scouted that? I don't know if you have like a probe going to the base at a set time to scout for that?
I wouldn't scout that. The only chance is to get a stalker. I have a stalker at 4 minutes. And then I have to do a very good hit and run.
Right. Right.
All right. I've been talking to MetiC on BattleNet. He doesn't have Skype, so he's not going to come online. But his first reaction was, "I can't believe that his build works." Yeah, he had to laugh about it. He said, and the first time he thought that he was ahead, that he had more units, but still he lost. In the second game, he said, well, he didn't play his best game. He got supply blocked twice.
But I think if you look at the replay, I'm always ahead in supply.
I think you might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a thing. Terrans think that I'm behind because I made DTs and they don't do damage, but I do DTs to get Archons later, and not to do damage with DTs.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So.
Okay, so do you know who you'll be facing in the round of 8?
No.
Frank, do you know?
Yeah, I can look it up really quick. I think I've got the website here. No, I haven't, but I'll load it up.
I hope for the guy it's not another Terran, because
yeah. Let's see.
I think it's Terrakov, so.
You'll have to go up against a Zerg player, Toms. So,
okay.
Yep.
I already looked him up. He's only diamond, so it's not a problem.
Not a problem.
Okay. Very self-assured, very self-secure, very well. So
no, the thing is, I played over 400 games this season, so I know everything you could do in diamond.
Okay, that's great. So we'll probably see you in Nijmegen then at the finals, at the semi-finals.
Yeah,
oh, that'll be awesome. All right, thank you very much for the interview. I'm saying well played to you, a good game also, and the same to MetiC, who might listen to this afterwards. I've also learned from the chat that the stream is kind of bugging. Sometimes there's no sound, sometimes there's no video, sometimes there's neither. So I'm going to restart the stream for the second match to see if I can fix it. But for now, tuning out. Neretic, thank you very much for this post-game analysis.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah,
Good
and
luck
Albert.
in your next game.
Yeah, good luck. You'll be getting an email, by the way, really soon. And Albert, I'm just gonna hang up real quick, or actually, I'm gonna stop the stream so we can keep talking. And to those of you watching back home, I'm restarting the stream. It should be back in about 1, 2, 3 minutes, maybe a bit more. I'm not sure, but rest assured that around 9 o'clock, the next match between Patje and Bahamut will start. So tune in and see you then.